Well, g'day. I'm going to talk about, let's call it visualization. Let's call it your race intention for this coming Ironman. Now, your intention basically will create the outcome. Your intention. So a lot of people have funny ideas about visualization. When we think about visualization, there's this idea that I'm going to visualize myself crossing the line, holding my hands up in victory, and I am world champion. And it actually, that's not really intention. That's a projection. It's good for movies, but not for much else. So an intention, a visualization then, in hypnotherapy terms, is to first, okay, so in race week, you find yourself a nice quiet space, you get nice and relaxed, you go somewhere where nobody's going to bother you, and you spend yourself 10 minutes working yourself into a very relaxed, calm state. Use breathing or whatever technique you need to use to ground yourself, become calm with yourself. And then you build a mental picture of what you want to occur in the race in the most challenging parts of the race. Now, I'm going to sit there and try and visualize 8, 9, 10, 11 hours of Ironman sort of performance. But the most effective way to do this is to visualize the parts of the race that challenge you the most. So for some people, that'll be the swim start. For some people, that'll be 120 kilometers on the bike. For some people, that'll be the halfway mark of the marathon. For some people, that'll be the 32K mark. Doesn't matter. You write down yourself a list of all the places where you are challenged by this race when you think about it. And they're the places that you visualize yourself getting through in a really economic, and efficient way, strong, powerful. Now you don't build a visual picture of it. What you do is you build a felt sense picture of it. So like you're actually there, actually doing it, overcoming this challenge, feeling yourself moving through it strongly, feeling yourself moving through it with a lot of resilience, with a lot of acceptance, moving up to the challenge, all those internal aspects of that process that will occur on race day or not. But in this case, yes, you want it to fold out the way that you would like it to. And so you visualize it from the felt sense. Now that might mean that, let's just say the 120K mark of the bike is your biggest challenge. You visualize yourself riding through that period from 120 to say, let's say 140, strongly, smoothly, relaxed, calm, down-regulated, not stressed, not reactive. And you get yourself a really strong visual mental picture of yourself actually doing it, because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between a felt sense visualization and a reality. And that's why hypnotherapy can be so effective for this sort of thing. But from a pure coaching perspective, and I'm giving you advice as a coach now, not as a hypnotherapist, the power of visualization is amazing, absolutely amazing, because what you practice in these visualizations will occur on race day as a natural consequence. You are actually training your subconscious to bring out part of yourself that you've trained to have an aspect where you have actual agency over what's going on. And what happens in a race, and a lot of the time, is we backpedal, we give up our power, we turn away from the challenge because we don't trust ourselves. We don't think we've got the con. We don't think we've got the power to overcome it. And it's a story. So if we can use visualization to turn those ideas around ahead of time, then that's the nature of a real intention. And that intention has the capacity to change the reality without the shadow of a doubt. I mean, you are literally changing the way you think when you use this method of visualization. So I'm encouraging you to set up a visualization practice where you practice every day. It can be 20 minutes, it doesn't matter. Do it all the way into the race. Don't wait. And that visualization will serve you. But really, the most important aspect of this intention is to intend moving through these challenging parts of this race that you've deemed yourself not incapable of overcoming easily, but struggling with. So you really just need to sit down, get quiet, think about those most challenging parts of this race and all the aspects of it, write them all down, and then train them. Train them in your head. See yourself getting through them with ease. See yourself getting through them with power, with flow, with rhythm, with strength, with resilience. All those kinds of aspects. That is the nature of a real intention that comes from the inside. And that intention that moves from the inside out creates the reality. And that's our opportunity as athletes. And I say this till I'm black and blue in the face, and people put mental prep on the back burner as the last possible thing. And it's a shame, because I would hazard a guess that it's equally as important as the physical training itself. And many of us are leaving the dinner table with half the meal uneaten. And it's a really simple thing to rectify, just practice. And, we look at things and go, well, it's just another goddamn thing I've got to do. I've got to stretch. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. And now Giles is telling me I've got to visualize, and holy smokes. But this isn't an effort. This is an anti-effort. You're virtually, by working on the nature of intention and the plasticity of the brain, you're working on your own chances of creating a reality that you have agency over. And there's very little other things in this life that we can attribute that to. So all I'm saying is give it a shot. You'll be absolutely amazed at what's possible when you do that. Thanks for listening.